and you're listening to Two Guys, Two Things. I don't really like how that goes because of the 2-2. I've said this before. We have
Two Guys, Two
2-2.
Things.
I think we should change it to you're listening to the Two Guys, Two Things podcast. But we're not the two guys.
And you're listening.
You're listening
to
Two Guys, Two Things podcast.
Yeah, I think...
Only on Amazon. No, on...
Oh, man, if we had an exclusive deal.
Exclusively on... probably not Spotify.
No.
Probably...
Exclusively in your hearts.
In your hearts and in your minds. Anyway, thank you for listening. Here we go. This is the show. We take two topics that are trending and we talk about it both for 15 minutes. Right? Which seems like all the time we need.
Seems like it.
All the time we need. That's all that we need. Okay. We're going to keep it light.
Yeah?
There's a lot of turmoil going on in the world right now.
Yeah. You brought it up last time. You wanted to talk about the war.
Yeah, the war on drugs.
Yes.
Right. Now, no.
Dare and mad.
So we're going to keep it light. We're going to keep it light because obviously that stuff is trending, but obviously,
That's not what this is.
That's not what we're doing.
Yeah, there's plenty of places to get information about that. That's not here.
That's a serious issue, and hopefully it can be resolved. But that's not what we do. All right.
No. What that was a man. Whew, we got to bring this.
That was a PSA moment. That was.
Whew.
That's how we do PSAs.
Yeah.
So again, time for our theme song, which.
Oh, come on, man! Don't tell me.
You guessed that we don't have, but Jason in the booth.
Jason. I almost forgot his name.
I remember Jason. How could you forget Jason? He's such a good guy.
Yeah.
So we have our new sound guy, Jason, in the booth, but we're also hopefully looking to try to get a designer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chloe.
Sure.
I'm hoping to get Chloe, designer Chloe, to help us with some design because apparently this white metal door
not good.
Is not good.
No.
And neither was that giant computer that was blocking the view.
Now
and my face.
Now we can.
Neither's my face.
If we can just eliminate your face.
I need a good doctor.
Yeah. No, that's what we're gonna spend all our podcast funds on.
Yeah,
all the ad revenue that's coming in.
Oh, so much
is gonna be hanging Monty Python pictures behind us.
Yep.
And paying Jason.
Yeah, totally. And Chloe. So okay, but we don't have a theme song, but we do have another someone who wanted to give us a shout out and promote our show. So this is really cool. I can't believe it. Sir Paul McCartney.
Whoa.
Listens to our show.
That's like the biggest yet, right?
I mean, we had Bill Clinton last week, but
I mean, no, we've had some big names on the podcast.
Okay.
But man, Paul McCartney.
I mean, we get about a listener every other day on the podcast,
Yeah.
but Paul McCartney
Yeah.
is sometimes one of those guys. So let's check it out. Jason. Well, you listening to two guys, two things, It's the podcast, Chris and Matt, Chris is like blah 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 blah, and then Matt, he's like the oh blah 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 blah, and I'm just listening, and I'm gonna go my EBCBs, and I got my Scooby Doobies, it's a pretty good show, Two guys, two things, what can I say? Not bad. Wow. Well, if that isn't a ringing endorsement.
I mean, if we don't get, I don't know, thousands of listeners.
Oh, that's amazing. Anyway, holy crap. So to introduce our topics, we're going to play our game to decide who will go first in discussing our topic. So we're going to finish our game of beer pong. Okay, you ready? Here we go. If I get it in, then I have to drink it, right?
Yes.
And then...
This is the worst game yet. I hope everybody watching sees how...
There's a beer here.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Pong it. Oh! You got you get to go. You get to go. All right, what do you have for us? What is the story?
All right, so the big story, the bigger part of this story, probably everybody has heard, at least the name is the Tinder Swindler. Right, it was a
Tinder Swindler.
Yeah, it was a documentary that came out not too long ago on Netflix. So it was trending a few weeks ago.
Okay.
Just because of the documentary itself and people watching it. And the Tinder swindler, Simon Leviev, is kind of in the news again. But let's go back. So this was a documentary
I am not that familiar with Tinder Swindler.
Right. So aired late January. So it tells the story of this guy, Simon Lviv, and his antics. So it basically starts with a girl who matched him with him on Tinder.
So Tinder is like
dating site.
It's a dating site just for like long-term relationships, right?
For marriage.
For marriage.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So essentially, Simon matched with a bunch of these women on Tinder.
Okay.
And hence the name, swindled them out of a shit ton of money. So if they weren't out of money, it would be actually like pretty hilarious. But it's not. It's not hilarious.
Okay.
So it starts with this girl who got matched with them, and she was like head over heels. He would pick her up in Rolls Royces and take her to these lavish galas, and he dressed, with Rolexes and these like high end fashion clothes.
He dressed in Rolexes,
he dressed in Rolexes, like a Lady Gaga event, right? She just wrapped himself in Rolexes.
Yes, that's style right there.
Yeah, like
ballin'.
Trips to exotic places.
Ross.
Marshalls. Yeah. All these things, right? So it's not like
baby, we're gonna take it to the Max. The TJ Maxx.
TJ Maxx, Ross, or Marshalls. For me, it's none, but
I think they're all the same.
Essentially,
isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. It's Rayleigh's, Bel Air, Nob Hill for those on the West Coast.
Yes. So it starts off like that, and she's explaining like there was no like catfishing going on. There was no like not believing him because she went on private jets. She went to these places that he was paying for, right? So it's not like sometimes online dating, you only talk to them online and like they catfish and have different pictures and then ask for something and you send it to them, whatever. But this was, they met in person. All the boxes were being checked. Like there was no reason for this lady to think that he was fake, right? As the dating goes on, she's getting more and more infatuated, and then he claims he's part of this huge diamond family. He sends her
Lou Diamond Phillips.
Lou Diamond Phillips.
Or Blue Diamond.
Almonds.
Yeah.
The almond family.
We make milk.
The Almond Brothers.
We make almond juice.
Yeah.
Almond Brothers.
So one night, basically, he sends her these messages and text messages and audio recordings of, oh, babe, they're after me, they found me, coming to get me, blah blah blah. And then he sends pictures of him.
Are these blood diamonds?
Yeah. Well, he claims basically he's rich. People are after his money. That's why he always has a bodyguard with him. Okay. And he has pictures of him with a bloody head and his bodyguard in the ambulance.
Who did he say is after him?
Just ominous people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly. People that want his business, his family's diamond business.
Got it.
And it's like, oh my God. And so essentially he goes, they're going to steal my money. So we shut down this account and I need you to take $30,000 out for me to do blank. Okay. And she says, okay. And now I need you to take this amount out to do blank. Yeah, a credit. She's like, I don't have any more credit card. And he goes, well,
I need you to do a reverse mortgage.
Yeah, exactly.
On your home.
So she's
Tom Selleck and I.
She's gotten like approved for credit cards and giving him this like, and he's like, don't worry, like I'll pay you back because
I'm in the diamond family.
Yeah, once we get my account unlocked. And again, she has no reason not to believe him because the lifestyle that she's been on, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a point where she's like, I don't have any more credit cards. She's like, well, he goes, okay, I'll put you on my payroll and say you make $500,000 a year, and then so she gets approved for another credit card for another $200,000, gives it to him, and so anyway, next thing you know, it basically ghosts her, right?
All these terms that I
just doesn't this
catfishing and ghosting.
He's like, I need money back. She's begging him for money back and blah blah blah, and it's coming. So to round it up, that's what he's doing, but it's basically a Ponzi scheme. So that's what he's doing, but to a bunch of women at the same time. So when he was wooing her, he was basically doing that to the woman previous, right?
Okay.
So it's getting the money that she's sending him from her credit cards, and using it to woo this girl with private jets and trips. Okay. And then so while she's doing that, giving him all this money, he's taking another woman out to all these places.
Do we know how many women in total?
Yeah, no, not because it's not a crazy amount, but he did it for a number of years, and they say like he swindled over like $10 million total.
Wow.
Out of all these women. So he would basically go down the line, and as he's asking one woman for money, he's taking that money, using it to show like, look how rich I am.
Okay.
And then down the line. So the documentary comes out. We find out that like all these women, like I said, are hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, and he got caught, went to jail, but he was only in jail for 5 months. So he's out now.
Okay.
And these women are still in debt. Like according to Visa and all them, they got to pay it back still. He's out. Apparently, he's doing speaking engagements now. Yeah. Just like
he's getting paid to speak about how he pulled this off.
Yeah, just like business speaking engagements.
This reminds me of when Trump called Putin a genius.
Yeah.
A little bit. We're not gonna go there. We're not going there. Keep going.
And these poor people are just still sitting there in debt. Like what's going on. So the story now though is the Levy family, which that's not Simon's real last name. It's a real Israeli diamond family. They're suing Lviv now, basically for like defaming their name.
Got it. Because no one's now buying Levine diamonds.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Yeah. So that's why he's.
We
in the news
specialize in
now.
Catfishing. Levine diamonds.
Yeah, so it's a pretty amazing documentary, and it's pretty funny he's getting sued.
On a side note, I want to get back to it, but I really hate the commercials for the Shane Company.
Oh my God, yes.
The voice of the Shane Company, and it's like, stop.
I hate most diamond commercials.
Okay.
What's that one?
Sam, who was?
What's the one? It was like
Paul. From back in the...
Paul the Diamond Guy?
Paul the Diamond Guy. He was dancing a Soul Man. This is a Sacramento thing.
Yeah, I remember the Soul Man guy.
I'm a Soul Man. It was so... He looked like Ron Jeremy.
He did.
He looked like Ron Jeremy.
Weird creep.
Oh my God, you guys got to find this guy.
Look up or Google Sacramento Paul the Diamond Guy.
I'll try to put it on YouTube.
Soul Man video.
Oh, he had so many.
And we, as teenagers, I guess, really young teenagers, were subjected to these diamond commercials.
I loved it. I was watching like Night Court reruns.
Yeah, and then Simon, this is that guy, Paul the Diamond Guy.
Yes, I'm gonna try to find it, and I'll put it on YouTube.
And he would dance.
Oh, it was bad. It was great.
Oh, yeah.
Him and George Zimmer. That's my childhood.
Yeah. Try to find it.
Okay.
Try to find it.
So
Simon Leviev, he's 31, lives as a free man in Israel now, which is crazy. Out of all this shit, is 5 months in prison. Listen, so I'm going to bring it back to this. I would 100% scam women out of like tens of millions of dollars for 5 months in prison. Like, of course I would.
Okay.
His only punishment so far is that he can't be on dating apps anymore. That's the stipulation. He's out of prison. You can't go on dating apps. Like, okay. Like, who gives a shit? I would do this for 5 months in prison. And
this reminds me of some of the questions I see like on Twitter. Mm-hmm. Like I saw someone said, if you were paid $2 million to never play a video game again, would you do it?
In a second.
I'm like, it's $2 million.
Yeah.
It's video. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Ultimately the question is, would you spend 5 months in jail for $10 million?
Okay. I don't really want to go to jail. Unless it was for a good cause.
Sure. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, okay.
If you're protesting something
or
whatever, but for $10 million, it's not even a year. It's not even half a year in jail.
Man, prison hardens you, man. Even one night in prison, I'd be like, oh my god,
for $10 million,
I'm a changed man after one day. I probably would be a changed man.
Well,
listen,
I would not do well in prison either.
No,
but it's $10 million. You still say no?
I mean, if my wife would be like, hey, I need you to take it for the team because we could use that money,
right?
And have your masculinity just like torn asunder, and get like a face tattoo now, tongue tattoo, and constant balls screwed down your throat. Then sure, if she's on board for it, but I don't really want to do that.
No,
not really.
All right. Well,
I'd rather make my money the honest way.
I guess you're a better. It's honest
on Tinder.
They're just saying you're just gonna go to jail to do it. What's dishonest about it?
No. I mean, like, by scamming the people. That's not the honest way. I'd rather. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I get it.
I'd rather steal from the man.
Sure. That's a lot of money, though.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so he's being sued now by the family because
they're
defaming the name.
So they filed a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against Simon Leviev in Tel Aviv. It rhymes. That's cool. All right.
Simon.
Basically for defamation, invasion of privacy, breach of trademarks, because he had a website with the Leviev family logo on it, just to prove that he's part of this family.
So what is his actual name?
Dun, dun, dun.
Paul, the diamond guy.
Yeah.
No, okay. Well, you'll find it, but
I will find it.
And then he's been doing this for a couple of years.
Yeah,
but how do you get the first money?
Right. So they don't say that in the documentary. It kind of starts off with the lady, but that is interesting. I guess you can do the same thing. It's basically you do what you're doing, except you don't maybe take that first lady out as much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I treated her nice. We went to TJ Maxx.
Yeah. You just like
late night at Denny's.
It's like all online and you
buffets. All I could eat.
Yeah, and gross buffets.
That was once a thing.
Buffets?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, of course.
Maybe they're coming back, but they're not going to be back the same.
There's like Golden Corral and shit.
I know.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So I would imagine
we just lost a whole bunch of buffet listeners.
Sorry. That's weird. I mean, maybe like a Vegas buffet with real food, but like Golden Corral, no, thank you. It's weird.
Great.
It's weird.
This episode brought to you by Golden Corral.
But yeah,
it's weird.
You just figure you go on Tinder, you have these clothes, these nice things, you have your website, and you can trick that first person, and then get a little bit of money. When you get that, then you can go for it.
Okay, so if you were going to do a scam,
yeah.
What scam do you think you actually probably could pull off? Let's get past the moral hang up of it.
Yeah.
What do you feel like? I feel I could do a long game of this one.
What could I do?
Clearly NFTs, because that's all those are, right? Just scams.
Yeah, just scams. NFTs are scams.
And crypto.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So that one.
I'm glad we agree.
Yeah. I don't know, because I couldn't pretend to be anybody else. I wouldn't be able to do that. So it would definitely be something like be behind the computer.
Okay.
Like probably. I guess I could, without the moral thing, I'll actually just be able to do is probably like selling fake products. You know what I mean? Like saying they're gonna get something, they don't, but I get their money, then I move on to a next website.
So what would be the product that you?
Oh fuck! It could be anything. Probably it could be if something I like, shoes like fake Jordans or something like that.
That's a huge market right there.
Yeah. Or just like don't send them anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like have all these pictures up.
I would do it. I would do it where like you send me an envelope. For $19.99
right.
plus, and we'll pay shipping and handling or whatever.
Yeah.
And like, but I want them to do it in the mail.
Yeah.
I just think it would have my address.
Yeah. You're
just send it to P.O. Box.
Yeah.
And it would be my name on the P.O. Box.
Yeah, of course it would. Yeah. You're caught the first day. Like let's try to find this guy.
How do they find me?
There he is. Yeah. I mean, it'd be a lot more fun to do what he did and be like out and about and like private jets to France and all that shit.
To pull it off, you gotta be really confident.
Oh my god, yeah! Like this dude hired a bodyguard. He was like with him the whole time, like walking around.
So I wonder if the bodyguard went to prison too, because did they believe the story?
Yeah, they said that he didn't. Like because and there was this other lady involved in it too, like his child's mom or something like that. It was actually the first woman that one of the first women he scammed. She made the story more believable to these other women because she was on the plane with his kid and stuff. But she was the first woman that he scammed, and she just got in on it. You know what I mean? Like a
so someone else joined.
Yeah, like a Ghislaine Maxwell situation, right?
Oh man.
Not to go there, right? But that presence of that person made it a little more believable, a little more safe. You know what I mean? So these women.
That's the new timer.
I like it. So these women would be on the plane and stuff, and like it just made it a more rounded out story.
Got it.
You know what I mean? So the bodyguard didn't go to jail. He went to jail for 5 months. But like I said, my scam. I wish I could do it like him. It'd be a lot more fun.
You know, I just thought of actually the perfect scam, and this actually would work.
Yeah.
Because it's always going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Is promising like weight loss results.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
Boom, right? And
yeah.
Like, I don't get this plan. It says eat cake every day.
Yeah. Just pictures of before and after
great.
of two completely different people.
Right.
And yeah, absolutely. But see, that's like my selling fake shit.
It's picture of Kevin James, and the next picture is like Brad Pitt and
Fight
Club.
Yeah. And like I could do that, but it's not as fun.
6 weeks.
You know what I mean?
You can have this to that.
Would you rather like gallivant around?
Nah. Because they'll send it to my P.O. box.
Okay, yeah, your P.O. box.
It's gonna be great.
I love it.
It's gonna be great. Okay, so the next story brought to you by Golden Corral is the new Batman movie.
The Batman.
That's kind of repetitive. The new Batman movie, The Batman. The Batman.
It's called The Batman.
So it's like the Michigan State.
The Ohio State.
The Ohio State. Oh, I screwed that up.
The Michigan State. The Ohio State.
The Ohio State. So
the Michigan State.
The Michigan State. The state of Michigan. That's very loud. Your Guinness is very, very loud.
I'm so sorry.
You won already in beer pong. You don't need to gloat, sir. Okay? So we're not going to talk about reviews, which I hear they're pretty good. It's a very long movie. It's almost 3 hours long.
Oh, I didn't know that.
2 hours and 56 minutes.
Wow.
It's a long movie.
I like long movies. Man, I always think like if I see a 3-hour movie, I'm not gonna be into it. Usually I am, but like I can't imagine a Batman being 3 hours.
I don't think it's that hard. So the cast though sounds amazing. Right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So Robert Pattinson. Oh my God. He's come a long way, right? He's in all these.
Yeah, from Cedric to Batman. Come on.
Zoe Kravitz.
Yep.
Hello.
Catwoman.
Jeffrey Wright. One of my favorite actors. I love Jeffrey Wright.
Yeah, Jeffrey Wright's good.
Colin Farrell, and so him as the Penguin, right? So
yep.
You've seen the transformation.
Yeah. I saw an interview with him, like talking about doing it, and he said, I went into it thinking what I can bring to the character. Then he sat in the makeup for this long, and he said it felt like he didn't feel constricted or confined. He felt like almost like a puppet master, and it allowed him to be bigger and do more with the character because he didn't feel like himself, like he was like in a suit basically and directing. So he actually enjoyed it more than he thought he would, like being in all the prosthetics.
No, I mean like you don't know it's him when you see
the
trailer.
God, no, I didn't. Yeah.
Well, I read a story that Jeffrey Wright was even confused for a long time.
Nah, really?
I'm like, who is this?
That's funny.
I don't know what's going on. And then Paul Dano.
I love Paul Dano.
Right? Oh, he's great.
I love
John Turturro. I love John Turturro.
Super
Andy Serkis.
That's crazy.
So great.
But who is Andy Serkis playing?
He's playing Alfred. He's playing the butler. For goodness sakes.
Know that? That's weird.
I didn't know that.
And
then Peter Sarsgaard.
That's cool.
He's great.
Peter Skateboard.
So great cast.
It's a really good cast. Yeah.
Are you gonna see it?
So I am eventually. In the theaters is a different story, right? Because
would you see it if you went with 4 8-year-old women?
Then yes. Throwback. So I doubt I'll see it in the theater only because Jesse has no desire to see it.
Oh, really?
And I'm, and I'm not going to go to a 3-hour movie by myself. Yeah, I like going movies by myself. Maybe if she's gone or something, I'll do it. But so my guess is I'm going to have to wait till it's on HBO Max or something. But I will see it though. I will see it.
Okay. Yeah. Of all the Batman movies, what is your favorite?
Yeah.
And we did talk about a Batman before on the podcast, but it was the animated series.
Yeah.
But of all the Batmans.
Yeah.
What is like this is like one of my favorite Batmans.
Yeah, I have a feeling you're gonna go with Keaton because that's the type of person you are.
I'm going Adam West.
You're even going deeper.
Screw you, I'm going Adam West.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I have to go like cliche answer. It's the Batman Begins, the Christian Bale.
Yeah, no, I'm actually with you.
Yeah,
they're
really good.
They're fantastic.
Yeah, and I did like the Keaton. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, of course.
And like I actually like Batman Returns, quite like the second one quite a bit. But man, the Christian Bale ones are all three of them actually are really good and really fun.
He definitely needs a lozenge.
Yeah, and it's so funny. I guess maybe that's. I remember when I first watched it in the theater, that I thought about his voice quite a bit, right? And then, but then, like the more I watched it, I just like ignored it almost. Where it's just like I forgot it because I was just like into the movie. You know what I mean? So I was like, I guess that's a telltale sign of how good it was. But
Oh, they're great.
Yeah. Those are all really, really good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So obviously, Bama, we're not going to talk about reviews or how great movies. There's so many other people going to talk about that.
Yeah, go watch it.
I want to talk about the more important thing that I'm sure more people are going to be talking about, or they should be, is that this movie has the potential to change the landscape of all future movie going
let's hear
in the country.
Okay.
So AMC theaters,
I'm interested. Okay.
They are actually charging more money to see this movie. So you have 5 movies playing, all for the same price, but they're going to charge $1.50 extra for you to go watch to see the Batman. And they think this is the beginning of something.
Yeah, depending on the
monumental.
movie, right?
Right.
So it's like, if this was in the time of like Star Wars and Harry Potter's, they would be the $20 ticket, and whatever movie else would be the $12 ticket.
Exactly.
Or how, because if this is only $1.50 more and it's Batman, which is I get it, a big franchise, but there's so many remakes of it. I couldn't even imagine, like I said, a Star Wars or a Harry Potter, and because I promise you, it'd be more than $1.50, more than the next ticket.
I think the $1.50 because probably they're testing it out.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
So, and we'll talk about that. But apparently, this has been going on in Europe for years.
Oh, really? It's a thing. Oh.
So in America, it's new. Okay. But in Europe, they've been doing this for a long time. So, and they want you to think of it like this. They want you to think of. They charge a premium for the best seats in the house, like they would for a sporting event.
Yep.
Like a concert or live theater, you pay more for better seats. They want that to be the same for watching a movie. All right.
Okay.
So, and apparently,
fucking capitalism.
There was a panel back in 2013. George Lucas, Spielberg were on this panel, and they kind of predicted that this is the future of movies. Right. Yeah. You're gonna watch it with a lightsaber. Right. Wait, that happens. That happens every time there's a new Star Wars. People bring their lightsabers.
And they have fucking fights in the aisleways.
Which you love. Because you love 420. Not 420. May the 4th be with you.
Yeah, May 4th.
You might love 422 for all I know. But I know you love... Okay. So, but this is what Lucas was saying. Now, Lucas, he's a big dreamer.
Yeah, big innovator. Here we go.
But he thought bigger theaters with a lot of nice things. Going to the movies is going to cost you $50, maybe $100, maybe $150. And it's going to be what we call the movie business. Right. But everything else is going to look more like cable television on TiVo.
Yeah, like you're sitting...
TiVo. It's
yeah, but so basically sitting in your seat, watching the screen. So like those are going to be the $12 tickets. But when you want to do your house something around your head and it's all immersive...
Well, think about because the way that the metaverse, I guess, right, how that's going to be,
absolutely,
right? It'll be beyond 3D movies.
100%. It will be. Yeah, it will be. Yeah. So
they should make scratch and sniff movies.
So
wouldn't that be?
What was it? The smell-o-vision. So because that's. I mean, it's definitely a theory. I think it's a long time coming for that because how do you shoot that, right? Because if you're watching something here and something's going on here, you got to be looking around, and that's okay.
If there's money to be made in it, they'll find a way.
They will, but it is going to happen.
Yeah.
But it'll just be harder, right? So that because you got to have all these cameras basically at all angles. But maybe it's something because when you're watching it, you're always going to come up with something different, right? As far as like what you're seeing. And then it's like, man, so it can't be straight like VR goggles because you're gonna be missing the movie. Like if people are talking,
it's probably gonna be like I'm seeing like it's gonna be like the Matrix, where you come into a chair, close your eyes, and they're gonna hook up things into the back of your head.
Sure.
And then you're gonna be out of it, and you'll experience the movie that way.
Yeah. No,
the food will be delicious.
That's gonna be the most important.
But no, could you imagine like getting all dressed up like you would go into like the opera, or going to like Broadway, but to go watch a movie. Yeah,
I think Lucas has to be right though, right? There's going to be some type of experience they're going to be giving you, more than just sitting and watching a screen. That's going to cost more. It's going to happen, and in the meantime, I guess the big movies. I was telling you before, it's like, isn't this like it's I guess a time to try this out, right? Because the last 2 years there hasn't been a lot of filming of movies, so there hasn't been a lot of big movies coming out in the last couple of years. So this is one of the bigger ones that have been out.
Sure. So is this a good time to test it out coming out of a pandemic?
Yeah, because nothing else to watch, right?
So either people are I don't know if people are afraid to go out so much. I think they're dying to go out.
They're ready now, though. That's the point, right? They're like ready to go see a big movie.
Right. So let's get them while they're we're gonna
take advantage of them.
We're gonna catfish them.
Capitalism.
That's not. I'm using that correctly, right? We're gonna catfish them.
Sure.
We're gonna deep sea fish for them.
We're gonna Tinder swindle them.
We're gonna go crawdadding for them. Is that
I like crawdads.
Okay. But Spielberg was saying this back in 2013.
Right.
There's going to be a price variance. He says you're going to have to pay $25 to go see Iron Man.
Right.
And maybe $7 you can go see a movie like Lincoln.
Yeah. Right.
It's like,
Yes, sucks, but I get it. It's going to have to happen, right? Do you see it happening?
Well, they were saying Spielberg's right about the day and date, because now how many movies now? Right. They do release them.
Yeah.
And then later on, or you can watch it only on streaming then. Like in Encanto. Encanto
sure.
Was just released in the movies on a small amount.
But it was on Disney Plus, though, yeah.
And then they went to Disney Plus, and then it blew up more so going on Disney Plus.
Right.
So it's like having all these different...
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Well, a lot of things, I mean, like... there's too many ways to go about it, right? Because like Disney will release on Disney Plus same day for some of them and charge nothing, but like some of the main movies, they... released it the same day as theaters, but it was $20 on Disney Plus, even though if you had a subscription. Right. So you still did that, and there's a lot of them now that are just coming out. One of them just came out on HBO Max the same time. Marry Me with Owen Wilson.
I don't. What?
No.
Oh, I thought you were telling me.
Matt.
I thought you were demanding,
no,
actually.
I'm demanding. I wasn't even a question.
I wasn't even an ask.
Yeah.
I was not even an ask.
I was just telling you.
Come on.
Fucking.
A little more romance.
You better.
Chris.
What if something open up the box? You better. Why I oughta.
Oh my
to the
gosh.
Moon. But that movie with Jennifer Lopez and
yes.
Owen Wilson, that came out on streaming the same day too as theaters. So, but which makes sense. They realize they're making just as much money putting that on streaming than in the theaters. Right. Because you don't got to split any revenue if you put it on streaming, and if you put new, better movies on streaming initially, more people are going to subscribe to that service. Right.
So now what I'm going to do a throwback.
Right.
To only folks in the Sacramento area will know what I'm talking about.
Right.
But I'm sure everyone in their communities have a place like this that once existed, and I'm talking about the Birdcage.
Oh, sure.
So the Birdcage was a rundown theater, but you could go Friday nights.
Yeah.
Was it $1 movie?
Yeah, $1 movie.
Was it $1?
Then it went to $2, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Yeah.
But this was back in like the mid to late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah. You could watch a movie. Now, it's a movie that had already been out for a while.
They're old movies, yeah.
Yeah, I think they were showing Gone with the Wind.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s.
I don't know about that old, but they were old movies.
Oh, I thought, like Citizen Kane, But no, yeah, you could watch a movie like, so I remember I saw like The Matrix.
Yeah,
It had already been out, I think, for maybe like 6 months or something.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
But I was able to see it for $1.
But it was fun, yeah. Like instead of like renting it or what, it was well worth it just to go pay your $1.
Right, you pay $20 for the popcorn.
Yeah, then usually you would go like couple of friends. It was just fun.
Right. Oh, that was great.
Yeah, and it makes sense. They should do it more because the way it breaks down, as far as like when I used to work at a movie theater, like why they charge so much for like snacks and stuff, because it's like for the first week, it's like the studios get 90% of the take, and the movie theaters itself get like 10% or something like that of the tickets, the actual ticket.
Wait a minute.
Money.
This sounds like the first story now.
Yeah, you're right. And then
is there a scam going on? Are we catfishing?
Yeah, and as time goes on, it kind of goes even. It becomes 80-20, 70-30. So I think by the time like Sunrise or Birdcage would hit it, the studio's revenue is gone, so they could just basically play it for free and then like take in the tickets and take in.
I just thought of another good scam.
Yeah.
What if you say, hey, you play like 5 minutes of a movie and it's really good. Like, oh, it's off. You want to see more? Pay us a little bit more. Right. We'll show you a little bit more.
That'd be so funny.
And then they pay you like, oh, you show like another 5 minutes. Like, oh.
5.
And they pay you more like, oh, it's not ready yet, but it's coming. It's coming. Just stay in your seats.
Don't leave.
It's a 3-hour movie.
It's all like
it's only a 15-minute movie.
Like a jukebox, you got to keep putting in quarters for the play. Like
yeah.
Well, I guess Nickelodeon's, right?
There you go. That's another one.
Nickelodeon's?
No, just this is a good scam. And
it'd be something I like. It's movies.
Mail your money to this PO box.
Mail your money. Here's my name. Here's my address. Mail it here. Don't worry about it.
It's actually my parents' address, but it's
that's how you get them. You're like, I'm not going to give them my address.
No, but in care of. In care of myself.
Is it your full name?
Yes. Date of birth.
Yeah.
Social Security.
Oh my God.
No, but what I'm saying that now, I think now would be the time, unless there already are in certain communities. There's none here in Sacramento that I'm aware of. There actually the mall. The mall does do like a $5 movie. It's cheaper. Really? Yeah, Sunrise Mall.
Sunrise.
They did until they shut down.
Yeah.
Because of the pandemic and just no one goes because it's lame. But
yeah.
But to make a cheap movie option now, that could become a new bigger business. Like the Dollar Trees, like the
right. So
there's a circle that's cheap.
That's cheap, yeah. I know it's crazy. It's just like a big warehouse, full of shit.
Right, but that's probably a good business to get into, like a cheap movie.
Well, so how do you do that, right? Because it can't be the studios themselves because they can charge the $10, $12.
Right. So this is where I'm saying we go back and we find really old movies.
Right. So me and you rent out a theater space basically and go let's just pick movies we like that we don't.
I just thought that it's brilliant. I got it, and it's totally stealing from Jack Black and Mos Def.
Okay. Oh.
We just film ourselves we're gonna do Ghostbusters. Yeah, but we will play Ghostbusters.
And then we play that on the big screen.
On the big screen. and that's our scam. That's our Ponzi scheme.
We'll just take 20 of our favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
Just remake them.
Oh, this is brilliant.
And then be like, this is our theater. People just pay our tickets.
This is good.
Until nobody comes, then it's not good anymore.
No, but we're not going to lose much money. And it'd be fun to do.
Well, we'd lose a lot of money and a lot of time. You know, how long? No, wait, no.
What?
How long do you think it takes to make a feature film?
No, but
with two people?
It's going to look like how we do this.
It doesn't matter
YouTube
how it looks.
video.
You saw that movie.
Which movie?
The Jack Black and Mos Def movie.
Please rewind.
Be kind.
Be kind. Right.
It's still a lot of time and effort. And how many cameras do we have?
Hey, you know what? Let's start a GoFundMe for this right now. If you want us to try to recreate movies and start,
please donate
to this PO box.
We can turn on donations on Twitter.
We can.
Yeah.
You can send to the PO box that we'll mention, or the Golden Corral.
Yeah, send money to Coke.
One of the same. No. I have a spot there where that you put money under the table.
Oh, I got it.
It's
the
table.
It's your place.
It's table 5 in the back.
Yeah, they know you.
Yes, for Wanda.
Oh, Matt.
Wanda, she knows.
Come back.
All right, so takeaways tonight. Any takeaways?
Let's see. I mean, I'm a little inspired. We should really, really try to come up with a scam. I think we can make some money.
I think we can.
Yeah, we should dedicate our time, come up with a scam.
Something useful and purposeful.
Yeah. And I guess go see Batman. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to, because there's the new character in the Batman movie of the Tinder Swindler.
That does sound like a Batman.
It does sound like a Batman villain, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh my
Tinder
God.
Swindler.
So one last thing before we go is that my father-in-law did bring over some old comic books, and it kind of ties in with Batman, right?
Oh,
so
sure. Okay.
It's really quick. So there was no Batmans, but there's some Spider-Mans, and it's cool. But he just dumped it all for my kids, and my kids
are
are
here, take this.
14, 11, and 8. So, but he got this one called Killraven. I've never heard of Killraven. I'm not that educated.
Marvel, I guess. Okay, Marvel.
In comic books, I'm really not. And I'm also curious if any of these are worth money.
Yeah.
But this came out like in 19...
It says it.
Oh, did it? Nope, it doesn't say it there.
Nope.
But in like 1970s, late 70s.
Well, the way he's dressed.
Sorry, 1983.
Oh, okay.
The way he's dressed, what?
He looks, from like the 70s. It's fucking ridiculous.
This guy looks like it's like Flash Gordon.
Times.
Like the movie made in the 80s. Yeah. Queen did the soundtrack.
Yeah, times like Jesus Christ Superstar.
It's Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yeah. Sir.
Made a
Andrew,
Marvel movie.
Yeah, it's really weird.
I was looking at this to see if it was just for the kids, and the very first page, you'll notice there's a man caressing a nipple.
Oh, nice.
I'm like, no. My kids are not going to read this. And she's like, feels very good.
What is this?
This woman, she
likes it.
She's liking the love making, and they call it love making.
Sure.
They call it love making in the book. So he was like, no. This one I'm reading.
This one's for daddy.
This is a daddy comic. Anyway, I just wanted to share that if you can find Killraven, or if anyone wants to buy it. Because I don't know what I'm going to do with this now. And this might be enough money so we can fund making one of our movies.
Our own theater.
For sure.
Where we just show our movies.
Perfect. All right, and then Jason.
Oh, yeah.
Don't talk back to me, Jason. What? Okay.
You know podcast producers have mics that come in.
Well, his is...
Okay.
Don't tell us. It's not very good.
Okay.
We don't have the money. But Paul McCartney, Sir Paul McCartney, gonna...
He's back?
Take us out. Oh, you know, go up there, well, the two guys do things, the podcast, it's very good, I mean, I don't listen to it, but I heard about it, Chris, Chris is going duper, he's like a little Teletubby, can't find his little gummy, then Matt, Matt over here, Matt is, and he's all eating peanuts all day, he's just eating the peanuts, and it's quite crispy and salty, and I'm like, what are you doing with the peanuts, and I'm like, dooba, and he's like, rubber dubby, that's my ducky in the tubby. Okay, well...
You like Paul McCartney. Where did this...
I don't know. He's a genius. I don't know what he's talking about. But he's a genius.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. That's all the time we have. Good night.
Where did that old character come from?
What character?